Hey guys, it's your girl Lucy Juicy but never subscribers. You guys are so awesome. Thank you so much for following me. If you haven't already, hey guys, it's your girl Lucy Juicy but never thirsty, and this is Juicy Told You. Welcome back to all of my subscribers. You are all very juicy, and if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you take a moment and hit that subscription button and the notification bell so you get an update whenever I post new videos. That way you won't miss a beat. Speaking of beats, today's video is about this look. I have a tutorial on how I put this together. I actually used some techniques from one of the YouTubers that I follow. Her name is Yuki. She is amazing and beautiful, guys. She has a video on how to make your eyeshadow pop out more and be more vibrant. So I decided to use some of her techniques, and I think it kind of worked out. Let me know what you think. Put your own comments in the comment box, and if you want to see her whole video, there will be a link in the description. Alright, so the look that I was going for is a very tropical, colorful look, something that reminds me of the ocean in the sunset. So hopefully I captured that moment with this look, and what I decided to use was the Morphe 35B palette. And just so this look is easy to follow, I only use this palette. I did not mix any other colors to achieve this look. So if you are interested in recreating this look or anything similar like it, this is all that you're going to need as far as color. Before you get started and check out this video, take a moment to check out my description box for all of my social media, so that way you can follow me. I definitely post more often on my social media. Alright guys, let's begin. One of the things I want to start off with is a tip that Yuki had on her video about applying a base for her eyeshadow. Instead of using an eye primer, she uses a concealer, which is something I already do. So I'm already one up on the game on that one. Hopefully you are too. But the technique she suggests is, instead of smearing on your concealer onto your eyelids, she suggests to pat it down using a concealer that dries quickly. So try to get something that's not too watery based. If so, allow some time to let it dry. So I'm going to start with a matte concealer. The color I'm using, if I can tell, because I've had it for so long, actually it's not, I can't tell on here, but I am using a matte concealer. So to begin with, I'm just going to use a concealer brush. It has like an angle tip, if you can tell. And what I'm going to do is dab it onto my eyelids instead of smearing it on. Like smearing is like if you were to go like this. So we're going to dab, 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 dab until we get a full coverage onto our eyelids. And mind you, I do not have any eyebrows, so I am going to draw on my eyebrows. And no, it is not by choice. I lost all of my hair due to chemo therapy. I'm not going to go into much about that, but if you guys are curious on how I deal with it and what I go through, you can follow me on my social media. I do post more often on there on a day-to-day basis, so you can definitely follow me if you're curious on not just, you know, the fashion and beauty things I talk about, but how I deal with my chemo and cancer diagnosis. But I always try to find a positive upside onto things. So the fact that I lost all of my eyebrows, I can draw them on however I want to. So we'll get into that in just a second. So, you know, and I just caught myself actually smearing. It's probably a force of habit. I'm sure you guys will experience the same thing too, but I'm definitely going to make sure like I go back in and I'm dabbing. Dab. So let's make sure we're dabbing, guys. Try not to smear like I just did. And I'm going all the way up to where my eyebrows will be. since I'm going to be drawing on my eyebrows,
TS Records.
I'm not too concerned on how high I go up, because that will actually help the eyebrows, the drawing on my eyebrows. So we're patting, dabbing, however you want to call it. Dab, 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 dab.
TS Records.
Try to get into my tear duct because I do plan on adding some color there. Okay. Okay, so. And for my eyebrows, guys, I'm going to use the Anastasia Thick Brow Pomade. I swear by this, guys. Like, this is amazing.
TS Records. TS Records.
Alright, now that I've drawn on my eyebrows, we can get to the fun part, which is building our fun summer eyeshadow look. We're going to be using the Morphe 35B palette for this entire look, which makes me kind of nervous because this is the first time I've used only one palette for a look. So see, it's full of different colors. Usually like I mix and match my looks, but I really want to focus on seeing how much I can get these colors to pop using the techniques that Yuki talks about on her video. Alright, Juicy Babes, we're going to start off using the yellow color here on the palette. So I want to go for this. Really not picking up a lot of color, as you can tell. So another thing that she suggests is wetting your brush. So I'm gonna go for my MAC Prep and Prime spray and just wet the tip of the brush lightly. All right, we're getting some action. Not as vibrant as I want it. Let's try dabbing it. Dab, 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 dab. Now I'm not going all the way up underneath my eyebrow. I want that to have like a more natural look. So I'm just going up above my crease, but not all the way up to my eyebrow. Alright, so what I'm going to do in an effort to get this yellow to pop a little bit more is see what happens when I go over with this color here. I'm not sure if you can tell by the camera, but this has like a little shimmery look to it. So let's see what happens. Ooh, okay. Definitely making sure I'm dabbing this time. This color is a lot loosely pigmented. I don't want to lose a lot of the color, so I'm making sure I'm dabbing. This was a really good idea. Alright, I'm really happy with the outcome of this. So let's move on with our second color that we're going to focus on the crease of our eyelid. Let's go with this orange coral color right here. So now we're going to go for a really bright pink color. Just here. Now, before I do that, I'm going to go in with a second application of concealer right on my eyelid. Kind of like cutting a crease. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave the crease really cut and sharp or if I'm going to blend it out, but I'm definitely going to start off with putting another base of concealer.
TS Records. TS Records. TS Records.
So what I did is I went back and sprayed my brush again with the MAC Prep and Prime spray, and just on this eye, and you can already see the difference. The color on this eye is definitely a lot more concentrated, which is what I'm going for. So I'm going to go back and do the same thing to the other eye.
TS Records.
So I'm just gonna dust this color over right underneath my eyebrow. Alright, so all done with the eye portion of this video. I may go back and add, you know, some color, some highlight to the tear ducts, because I think that makes it pop out a little bit more. But before we do that, let's set our face with a really good primer. My favorite is the Porefessional by Benefit. I swear by this, guys. It is an amazing primer. It makes my makeup last so long, so I'm a big fan of this. You will find a link of it in the description, so make sure you click on it and order yourself your own. So we're using our Pro Long Concealer by MAC. Comes in this little cool pump. I really like it. So let's start off with a few pumps and get underneath these eyes.
TS Records. TS Records. TS Records.
Now what we're going to do is set our concealer with a setting powder. Right now I'm going to be using the Sephora Bright Set.
TS Records.
I've yet to find a setting powder that really wows me, but for now this is going to do the job. So feel free to use your favorite setting powder that you have right now. So now let's apply our liquid foundation by MAC. We're also going to use another longwear product that they have.
TS Records. TS Records. TS Records.
We're gonna go over and set our whole face with MAC's mineralizing skin finish, and the color I'm using is Dark Deepest.
TS Records. TS Records.
So let's pull out our blush palette by Revolution. Has so many pretty colors, guys. Look at this. Which one should I do? Let's go for this peach. This peachy color.
TS Records.
And this is a really affordable blush palette, guys. I picked it up at Ulta Beauty, and the colors really pick up really nicely, and it wasn't that expensive. It has some matte. The thing I like about it, it has a few matte options and some few options with highlights in there, so you can kind of utilize it for anything. This blush here that has some highlighting shimmering effects on there, and I'm gonna use it on my cheekbone and bring it up around to the beginning or the ends of my eyebrow. Let's go back and clean up my big ass eyebrows that I have to draw on because I don't have any eyebrows for real.
TS Records. TS Records.
So now to add some color to our tear duct. So I'm going to go back in with some concealer just to make sure that color picks up, and just add it to my tear duct here.
TS Records.
So now we're gonna bust out our MAC. I'm using a lot of MAC products, aren't I, today? I gotta do some videos with some different products so you guys can be more versatile. But I'm gonna use the MAC eyeliner. This is the Black Brushstroke liner. And like I said before, I lost all of my hair due to chemo, so I don't have that many eyelashes. It's very minimal, so eyeliner is a very important part of my makeup routine, so it can give me that look of having some kind of eyelashes.
TS Records. TS Records. TS Records.
I really want to add a smoky look like underneath the waterline of my eye. Since I don't have any lashes to add mascara to, this really helps me out with getting a full look. So what I'm going to do is go back underneath my waterline and add some concealer, so that way when I put on the color I'm going to use, it's really popping. So Let's do something fun and tropical since we are doing a summer theme look, guys. So bring out your Morphe palette back out, and we're gonna use this really fun blue look here. So let's do that.
TS Records.
So let's kick it up one more notch. We're gonna bring down that blue and make it a little bit more smokier. So let's add another layer of concealer right underneath where we've already applied that blue color. So let's use this color here. And you want to go underneath that blue.
TS Records.
And the lipstick I'm using, let me just put my glasses on because I'm blind. I can't see. I don't know. I'm gonna list it in the description box if you really want to know. But it looks like this. Alright, so I'm gonna start off with applying the lip liner to my lips.
TS Records.
Ooh, what you think?
TS Records. TS Records.